You're tuning in to Natty News Daily with the latest and breaking natural bodybuilding news. Bringing you today's Natty News, your host, Leroy Rollins.
What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Natty News Daily. Just want to give a quick shout out to the page and all the support you guys are giving it on Instagram. We just broke 1,000 followers, which is awesome. I did not expect to hit that this fast, and I'm friggin' pumped. Last night, it was at 900 when I went to bed, and then this morning we woke up at like 1,005, and already today, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and from this morning when I looked to now, it's at almost 1,100. So thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. I know a lot of people are really enjoying the content that's going up regarding natural bodybuilding, so thank you guys, and I appreciate it. First up in the news, going to quickly shout out the podcast that I do. I just hosted an episode with Cliff Wilson that just went up on the YouTube channel, so if you guys haven't seen that, then please go check it out. Cliff Wilson, you guys may or may not know him. For most of you that are likely watching this video that follow the Natty News Instagram page, you guys know who Cliff Wilson is, arguably one of the top coaches in bodybuilding, not just in the natural stream, but in general. Cliff has amassed, I think he's told me, over 100 pro cards and 9 world champions, which is incredible. So give that podcast a watch, check it out, and obviously follow Cliff Wilson on Instagram. It was a Q&A style, so just kind of asking him some questions, some that were my own, some that were submitted, topics including his thoughts on intra-workout nutrition, the benefits that may have, training smaller muscle groups, so if muscles like calves, forearms, for example, if they need direct attention or not. So stuff like that. It was a great podcast. I got a lot out of it, so I'm sure a lot of you guys listening will as well. So be sure to go give that a view and let me know your thoughts. Next up in the news, Branden Liezert posted a little update. This weekend for him will be 16 weeks out. He's stepping on stage at the Coburg Natural. So the Canadian Physique Alliance puts that show on through the CPA, which is affiliated obviously with the IFBB, but a very popular show locally, the Coburg Naturals is, so very excited for him. So I was messaging him back and forth. Me and him are good buddies, and he said that he might actually be ready early, based on this photo here. It looks like he could be right. You're already seeing like some vascularity in his legs, and Branden gets in ridiculous condition, so that's not going to be an issue for him. So he had mentioned that if he's ready early, he's probably going to jump in an earlier show, which makes sense. So hopefully the shows do go on for him. Coburg is in September, so there are shows here in Ontario, Canada in August, so hopefully he can get that all lined up appropriately for him. Nationals has been moved to December, so if he does qualify, he obviously will. There's no way he doesn't. But if he qualifies, then he could do it in December, or he could do it next year, which would be kind of exciting for me because we've never shared the stage together, and I think that would just be really exciting for me and him to do as friends. I believe we'd be in the same weight class, but that could change depending on how we come into the show. But anyways, Branden's looking good. Very excited for him. So show him some love, show him some support, and 16 weeks, man. Let's do it. Next up, Kaye, I believe that's how you pronounce your last name, my friend, posted this back pose. I wanted to share it in this video because it's just ridiculous. David's a DFAC pro, 5 times British world champion, and 3 times overall pro world champion. So very impressive resume David has. And, you're seeing why. You look at this photo, just insane, kind of similar to the Ben Howard photo that I posted the other day. But David's I think a heavyweight competitor, very, very muscular individual. And you're seeing in this back shot, just everything's there. His back, he's got the Christmas tree pulling back as if he's going to go into a lat spread. Hamstrings ridiculous. Calves are impressive. Head to toe, just a very, very, very impressive natural physique. So posting this because for someone like myself who's just infatuated with natural bodybuilding, seeing this is so damn impressive. So very, very cool to see. Next up in the news, we got some good news regarding the gyms, people. Gyms around the world are starting to reopen, which is awesome. Finally, some light at the end of this gloomy tunnel. So as far as locally, let's touch on that first. So here in Ontario, in Canada, there's no solid date yet. We are starting the reverse lockdown process, I guess you could say. They're doing it in phases, so I'm not exactly sure where gyms fall on that. But some gyms have posted kind of the process that they're hoping they can follow through with, including spacing out equipment, having very much regular cleaning schedules, and actually even having people book times to go to the gym. So that's interesting, and if it gets people back in the gym, then I'm sure everybody's going to jump all over it. But I've seen a lot of people that I follow, followers of the page, that have shared, gyms in the U.S. are reopening, gyms in places like Sweden, New Zealand have reopened, and they're not really doing a whole lot as far as restrictions from what I can tell, but I could be wrong. So just wanted to let you guys know that, things are clearing up. I know, all of you guys listening to this video, watching this video right now are dying to get back into the gyms. So, things are clearing up, guys. We just got to be patient a little bit longer, and hopefully within the next, 4 to 8 weeks, we can all get back in the gym and get some normality back to our lives and get, bodybuilding back into the game for us. Last up in the news, going to touch on a Brad Schoenfeld post. So he posted an infographic regarding cold water immersion. So Brad's actually got his book coming out. I think in June is when you can pre-order it off Amazon and stuff. So obviously that's going to be on my purchase list. But anyways, cold water immersion, does it have its benefits? Is it good for aiding in recovery? Is there any use for it in hypertrophy for us bodybuilders? Should we, put any emphasis on it? And evidence suggests it's really not as beneficial as we thought, that it actually could blunt muscle growth. So the cons, definitely outweigh the pros on this. So he noted that occasional use might have no ill effects, but overuse could be detrimental to muscle growth. So having some cold water immersion in your life once in a while isn't going to hurt you. But if you are doing it on a regular basis, I don't think he specified, from what I could see in this post, how regular. But if regular overuse could be detrimental. Some notes that he had was that it could impair intracellular anabolic signaling. So those signals in your cells to signal muscle growth and all that kind of stuff, they could be impaired, which obviously we don't want as bodybuilders, and that it could suppress ribosome biogenesis, which is a key player in long-term regulation of muscle growth. So all in all, cold water immersion on a regular basis for us bodybuilders probably isn't a good idea from what Brad found. So I just wanted to mention that because I know myself, I've looked into it, I've done it, and it's great. It definitely is helpful, I think, for some people and in some situations, but maybe for us bodybuilders, it's not some place we should put a lot of attention. So I just wanted to bring that up in this video because some of you might have some value in that. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. Help us keep climbing that page up. It's at Natty_news_daily. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not. Like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.